Time moves forward and jumps back, so when call it deja vu after seeing it again. Misconception of the brain as you try to comprehend. Clear the false notions from your path, my friend.
You are breaching the lair of the Odd G. Identify yourself.
Identify immediately.
They call me John. They call me John. I think I had a name on the Silent Subs album. I came up with something, didn't I? I think it was Judge something or
Hey,
other.
lady me off in it.
I am a member of the Silent Subs, and the album is called The Burning Wheel of Ixion.
Finally, chance to speak one of good sense. Opposed me on these crowds, there's no defense.
But no, my name is John. I am one half of the Silent Subs.
Yeah, I'm actually at the Fuzzy Sound Labs secret underground bunker right now, yeah.
Yes, I was able to gain special access. It wasn't really all that difficult. Once I gained access, I considered myself a regular welcome member.
Right. Well, this is a project between two of us, and it is based on we get together every week and a half, 2 weeks, and just have no idea what we're going to do. We just sit down and start playing, and usually we end up with about an hour and a half, 2 hour long, just long experimental noise jam, and then we edit it down into little chunks and have actual songs, I suppose.
We collaborate regularly. We've been doing it for about a year, I suppose. We've been together, and yeah, not a one-off. We really enjoy what we do with each other, so I think we're going to try to keep it going for as long as we can.
Oh gosh. Well, I started out actually playing the ukulele, so I guess I'm a musician because I've written songs on the ukulele, but that's not where my heart lies. My heart lies in experimental and noise music.
I personally don't, follow any other real big noise making folks. I think my partner Jordy does, and you can certainly ask him about that. But well, I would have to put a shout out to a former collaborator who goes by Lo-Fi Dad.
So I guess I'm at this point mostly a manipulator of instruments.
It's more a conduit to the heavens. Yes, a conduit to the heavens. I think I broke a string once, and in fact, it maybe even made the instrument a little bit better.
We have the entire album is made up of a guitar and a bass guitar and a bunch of pedals and us just manipulating those.
In any case, I think we like to take the traditional instrument and use it to go to new places.
Yes, that was an excellent point, John.
I would call a big emphasis, but like you on all of the liner notes, it tends to mention that these are all the sounds are made with real instruments. So speaking on behalf of a large percent of the audience, like, what the fuck's that?
Right,
So,
a real instrument. Yeah. The instruments that are used on this particular record are simply one guitar and one bass guitar. And it's just they're thrown through a bunch of different pedals, and we tend to turn the knobs quite often on said pedals. It's really, actually, Jordy can talk more about the instruments that we use, but the guitar that is used on many of the tracks was a Chinese-made pink guitar with a picture of Justin Bieber, a sticker of Justin Bieber on said guitar. And I think it's that picture of Justin Bieber which really gives it the tone that I think the kids are going to love.
One of the guitars involved actually is this nice pink guitar with pictures of Justin Bieber on the back. This is one of the guitars we used.
I heard of this car. How did you come to acquire that?
I was walking through a secondhand store, and I still don't know how to play guitar, but I saw it, and it was the right price, and it was bright pink, and it had pictures of Justin Bieber on the back, so I had to get it, even though I can't play it.
I'm very happy that we're finally able to release our sounds unto the world. When we play this for other folks, they seem to receive it graciously, and other noise-making folks around that we intermingle with have told us that it's pleasing to their ears. We're happy to put something out there for people to find, and we thank you for helping with that very much. Mutant? The best!
My experience with that is that, with Mutant, is that Jay is very accommodating and welcoming and does not put any pressure on the artist, in my experience, to change things or this is what it is, and he is willing to experiment and take chances, and I think we need a lot more people like that, to just to experiment and take chances, not just in music but in every aspect of life.
Well, Mutant has always been there for me, for my collaborator, and for our band. And it's wonderful to work with the team there because they make sure that the creativity remains in the artist's hands. They understand that, and it's wonderful that they have a platform with like-minded musicians who can create a community where the music is accessible and interesting.
Yes. Well, we'll see what happens. Like I say, it's entirely experimental and improvised. So we are going to continue to improvise all summer and see what comes out of it.
Well, Jordy and I are working on our next project. So I think it'll probably be close to the end of the summer when we would like to release our next one, which may, in fact, thanks to you and your inspiration, it may be called Less is More.
No.
You
So
have
the
this-
plan is to have no plan, really.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No. I find, though, that I get bored easily and I lack motivation. So I like making music, especially improvised music, because I don't have to plan. I just can do it and it's done. It doesn't take a lot of work.
What he said? Exactly.
For me, it is, I'm not putting, I don't put any expectations on it. It's something that I do for myself, and if other people like it or listen to it, that's a bonus to me.
Well, I think maybe one thing that has contributed to that, maybe the disappointment or the feeling of something missing, maybe, is that, you know, nowadays there's just so much out there information wise, and certainly musically. You know what I think you should do, Scott? I think you should count up all of the time of every single song that's available on the internet and figure out how much time of music actually exists in the world. Because I think we could probably listen for years and decades and centuries and still only scratch the surface of what's available out there. So it might be one source of this disappointment might be that there's just so much happening. It's difficult for anybody to sort of focus on one thing at one time and really get into that, like you were talking about.
It was interesting. If we're talking actual music technology, I've got quite a record collection. Here's how I would like to release an album someday. On 78 RPM.
There we go. There we go.
I want to put out some songs on 78. That's what I want to do. Let's go back to mono.
Good.
So it sounds like you're keeping the Ian MacKaye punk DIY ethic alive.
Yeah, something like that. But he was straight edge and not so much. Yeah, something like that. But he was straight edge and not so much.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I don't know if you can make it. If anybody can make a definitive ending statement. I don't know if you can make it. If anybody can make a definitive ending statement.